You can try it.
Who was that?
The automated thing.
Yeah.
So we start.
Yeah, I mean, it's 8:30.
All right, guys, it's 8:30, let's call the meeting together, I'm not sure before, I'm not sure where Richard is here. We need a motion to, adopt the agenda. So, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next order of business is to set the rate for contractors, hire workers for the 7, 9, 10 game. Okay.
I have the rates written down that we come up with, and these are the ones we've got to accept, and then also the contractor's got to accept it too, when I send it to them in the morning. If you'd like to, I'll go through
Yeah,
them. This is a list of equipment I think we're gonna use. And if there's anything else, we'll have to add to it. But this D4 dozer at 150. There's a TD15, which Parma has, and I don't know what the rate is on him. I'll have to get that in the morning. The 305 is 120, a 311 is 130, the mini excavator is 120, the next size up excavator 80 is 130, then there's a 140, that's 150, 315 is 160, and the 312 is 130. The mini, the 120 with a hammer is 150 if you're going to use a hammer. The tri-axle truck is 125. The 10-wheeler is 100. Nigel has one of those, so this one. The loader, 3-yard loader is 150. The small loader, a 1.5 yards is 125. And the backhoe is 120 per hour. I just need to know the horsepower in that. That's the equipment. The town's equipment, you don't need to know, because we don't know that it rates for that. All set?
so wait,
Can you state the contractors that you have lined up?
And,
Can you state the contractors that you have lined up?
oh, how about we have Ivor, Jamie, Armour, Cavino, and Wilson Lawrence. 5.
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
so I guess we need a motion to accept the rates.
Now, that's the rate on equipment, my second, the other is the rate on people that are gonna help you out. Like myself, Bill,
Why don't we do the equipment more than do the other? So let's have a motion to accept the rates as for the equipment. We have Kathy seconds,
Are those hourly rates? By the hour? Okay,
hourly rate.
Hourly rate.
Yeah. Okay, any discussion on the contractor's rates for the equipment? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. So John, the next would be
the hourly rate of the people that are gonna help out.
right.
Yeah.
That equipment, that's the art, that's on the equipment without an operator.
With it.
With an operator. Okay. So that's all.
Yeah, people pay for without. These are with the others.
With the operator.
The rates, for Bill, he wants $40 an hour.
Okay.
My rate is the same as Bill's. Amber, what does she help? He wants $40 an hour. Eric, whatever he's gonna be doing, is $40 an hour. Morgan, extra than what her job is $40 an hour. Michelle, which she was doing all the bookwork on the thing extra, this is $40 an hour. Now, the one thing I just remembered we forgot is Nathaniel Noyes, who's going to be hired as a truck driver. And you want to hire him as a contractor and not as an employee of the town. So I didn't set a rate for him.
You have a
rate for just a truck driver.
Not a labor rate.
You have
It was 35 back then.
35.
The other contractor is 70.
I go to everybody $4,900.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 35 before I hit it, it's got to be more than that now.
You want to set him at $40 an hour,
He's willing to do it, I guess.
but that's a contractor, and he sends a bill in and it's all taken out. This is all reimbursed, this doesn't cost the same.
So if they're
That's
not
about right, $40 an hour.
is that enough?
That's more I'm making.
You got benefits. You got benefits.
Sure do, I'm living it right now.
The only thing with the say we for football that great, is there any limit on it, or is this what they just accepted blindly?
They've always accepted whatever rates that we had
Okay,
presented to them.
good deal.
They've asked a few questions, well, like on the equipment, if, well, how big a bucket is it, or what horsepower it is, stuff like that.
No,
I've never seen.
good deal.
I don't think the rates, I don't think the rates are outrageous. I mean, I think they're in line with
No,
what's going on right now.
do you think that's good? You sure?
That's what I would
Yeah.
recommend. I don't think this is the, I think the one that's gonna maybe have the most hours in it is. Yeah.
She's shaking her head already.
Well, if everybody's in agreement with the $40 an hour for all the employees, somebody make a motion to that effect.
So move.
Okay, do we have a
I'll second it.
Okay. Any other discussion? Everybody happy? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay, that's done. Nothing else. right?
We're gonna start tomorrow morning.
Business.
Meet down to Jamie's with the fire station and come up with a plan as to what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the worst roads first and get them all open so we can go back and forth. And then go from there.
Yeah.
It'll take a minute to get it organized, like hopefully Mike can get up to his garage tonight, but I don't know. He can't even get up, he can't get his dump trucks.
You could go all around.
Once.
We have-
I give it twice, I don't know, all around.
Do you have anything, Ken, that you want to discuss before we adjourn?
No.
We got the rates done, for the employees and for the equipment.
Okay. Super.
And then the materials that we're gonna get from over Eastman, that road is impassable for a while too. So I think what we're gonna do is, first, the thing in the morning is send what trucks we have to Sasebo. With a couple of rounds to get going,
And pick them an hour around.
then go from there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make a difference, they're gonna pay for it.
And then just tell them that we're gonna do, the assessment tomorrow of the road.
Yeah, we're gonna go around and assess the different places. I can do most of them from the pictures.
Okay.
But there'll be some probably I can't estimate the distance.
I get more than a bunch of pictures.
But I think you need to, I think somebody needs to go anyway, even though I'm taking the pictures, there might be things that you see that I didn't see. That should be included in there.
And also, now that the water's done, you're gonna
Yeah,
see all
there's
this.
That's
other things.
If I could buy, it looks like water.
Yeah.
It's not-
You don't know what's supposed to be going on.
It's important to do pictures of how I am, of just the flats road that you can see. The flats are.
Bill, do we have to identify the location by anything?
Yeah,
I think so.
Michelle, I think we could be better if we can identify them by. Let's try to at least use, well, the addresses are E911 set, so where we have addresses, let's use addresses. Because that's set by the 10th of a mile, I mean, by, 5.28 feet. So, yeah, let's use addresses, and then other than that, let's try to use like some markers, telephone pole, number or something like that.
But Bill, some of my pictures that I'm taking, I mean, I know the roads are on, but I can't tell you what the E991 was, and there's very little, sometimes there's no identification.
Well, we can figure that out from there.
If there's nothing else.
I mean, we should try to get it as precise as we can,
Exactly.
because that's what they, it might shouldn't, but if you don't have a distance that you have a clue.
Yes.
But I think it's worth, even though they have all the pictures, somebody should go back anyway Because there might be something that I missed or somebody else missed that. that you need to put
On
in.
running water, they're gonna look at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If there's nothing else, then a moment Kathy, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm concerned about what culverts might have been compromised and have to be replaced. Have you looked at that? Maybe when the water goes down?
Which,
There are some culverts that probably need to be replaced, but it's hard to say when you take pictures when the water is still in. them.
We've got 2 or 3, Kathy, and until we get a better look at them. It's hard to say, because we gotta know if they're damaged or not. If they're not damaged, then they don't wanna pay for it.
Right.
And the one out with the cheese plant is plumb full. Plumb full, and we can't unplug it, but we may be able to get away with some damage on that and replace it.
I
One
guess
in Eastman. There's one in Eastman. We don't know to look at it.
Oh, I was reading the notes from Dick DeRosa said the water was coming out of the, his culvert.
Mhm.
And I don't know how much damage is done to the barn or whatever. I'm just concerned about his. And did you get to every road to look at everything?
Well,
What
I passed Kathy, I passed Dick's tonight to look at it. The culvert is intact, but it went over there and I went through his barn, but the culvert is still there, unfortunately.
Mhm.
I was hoping that it would wash away, but it didn't.
Well, that's the problem that we gotta convince FEMA about is mitigation. They don't like to do mitigation anymore. I mean, mitigation was a really big thing in '98, and it's, so now it isn't a big thing. We gotta, that culvert needs to be mitigated. By that, it needs to be bigger. It's just too damn small.
Hmm.
And it causes damage not only to his barn, but it probably, when we go down it, probably 1,500 feet down that road is all torn.
It is.
Because of that hole.
It is.
And it happens every.
You're right, Bill, that's exactly what happened.
I know, you know, the one up Hickory Brook, where the guardrails are, that was damaged somewhat, but boy, they didn't want to replace that at all.
No,
And we had pictures of it and everything, so.
I'm gonna talk to mitigation this time in the EOC, the field office, because this is stupid,
Mhm.
that they don't do any mitigation.
All I can say, Kathy, is we'll do our best to see what we can do with the culverts.
The other question I have, you're hiring all these people at $40 an hour, plus the equipment for whatever, for each equipment. How is that person going to calculate that time? How do you do that? And how do you keep track of that?
The person has to put down their time, where they worked, what location they were at, and what they were operating. Any materials that they brought, all that has to be written down by that person every day.
It's on a timesheet, yes.
Kathy, it's just like the road crew does every day. When they do something else, they write everything down, what equipment they use, what equipment they took. and what they
Okay,
did.
and those are handed in every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything has to be documented.
Yeah.
In that fashion.
Is there anything else? If not, a motion to adjourn? Second. Somebody second it? All right. All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So,